Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dear Administrator, Bayshore Guest Home and Gardens, and today's seniors. It is our honor once again to have the person that really watches out for us and keeps us safe and is very active in our community in training and teaching and protecting seniors, Chief Howard Burse of the Nokomis Volunteer Firefighters, and it's an honor to have you here. Thank you, Chief Burse.
Thank you very much. Pleasure being here again.
We wanted to address today, Chief Burse, the hurricane. We are now fully in hurricane season, and you are helping us decide which points of safety at Bayshore we need to have. If we do not evacuate, the list of things that you would like us to have extra than what is the bare minimum. We're also going to choose point of safety and put up shutters and all of this. Could you give the people who live at home or the families of people who live at home an insight as to what they need to do for hurricane season?
With hurricane season upon us now, the best thing we can do is be prepared. Okay, we don't want to be caught unprepared. Right now we have great information that comes out through Sarasota County Emergency Services, through Ed McCrane and his group. It's fantastic. They're always on the boards at the EOC Emergency Operations Center consistently as soon as they activate, and all of us throughout the surrounding areas, Sarasota, Nokomis, Venice, all a part of the group up in Sarasota, go through continuing meetings as soon as the storm forms. We get together and we're always updated. But when it comes to individuals, the best thing to do is to stay prepared. And really to go on to the website, scgov.net. There is a complete list of where your shelters are, what you need to take with you if you go into a shelter, when to evacuate, what the time frames are. Everything is spelled out. They have a map that details the flood zones, the floodplains. Everything is right there for you. So it's scgov.net, fantastic webpage. Go on there and be prepared for that storm.
Okay. And also, I believe to have some, if you don't have to evacuate and you stay in, there are also advice at sgov.com about how to protect your home and to have those crank batteries, I believe they call them.
Having the batteries, having the shutters up, having a gallon of water per person per day is very important. Filling that bathtub up to be able to at least keep yourself cleansed. But again, it's going back to the same thing I said at the beginning. It's being prepared. You know, having that plan of action that if something's going to strike, you have everything that is listed at your home and you're safe at that point.
Also, another thing we had discussed during one of our previous interviews was that a lot of these people that are fall risks, we have several times had to call 911 and you have dispatched so that you can assess as a paramedic whether they need to be transported to the hospital or not, or if it's simply a matter of helping them back into their chair. Could you explain this a little better so that spouses are not trying to lift the heavier spouse off the floor and injuring themselves?
I think what's missed a lot of times from the seniors and a lot of people is that 911 is there for everybody, for whatever the case may be, whether it's helping someone off the floor, helping them from a vehicle into the house. Once they call 911, it's going to activate the system, and the closest unit is going to show up. A lot of times that may be a fire truck. In Nokomis' case, Sarasota case, depending on the station location, you're going to get an engine first. With two guys, usually one's a paramedic and one's an EMT. They'll come in and help that person back into bed or help them into their chair, and also evaluate. If there's something that is more medically wrong, they'll call for the ambulance at that point. Other stations will have an ambulance come here first and do the same thing with the paramedics, but usually it's the closest unit that will show up with at least two EMTs, if not an EMT and a paramedic. Evaluate, put them back to bed, and this holds true, as we talked about in the last segment, smoke detector batteries going off. You know, anything to that realm that may not seem like an emergency, you can call the non-emergency number for the county or 911, try to keep it a true emergency. But you know, if someone has fallen, that could be a true emergency. Go ahead and call, and then we'll come out and do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chief. It's an honor to do business with you. Ladies and gentlemen, in our next interview with Howard Chief Burse, we will be addressing the File for Life and the checklist for protection of seniors, which will be available on the website at bayshoreguesthome.com or on the website of the Nokomis Volunteer Fire Department. On behalf of Bayshore Guest Home and Gardens, dear administrator, and today's seniors, thank you and have a wonderful day.